is good, YouTube? It's your boy, Most Hated JC, back at y'all with another episode of that Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc. My brothers and sisters, bro. Hey, man. Stuff has officially gotten active. Hifumi and Taka. Double homicide. 2 bodies have been caught. So now, today, we are trying to figure out who the heck did it. And we have a very likely suspect in Yasuhiro Hagakure, however he prefers his last name to be pronounced. And also, even though she's not a suspect for her being Robo Justice, we also don't know where our good sis Kyoko is at. Hopefully today we get all our answers, because right after this episode it's trial time where I gotta put these answers to these questions. So let's hope we gather everything we need to today, right? But hey, y'all, without any further ado, I know y'all super excited, so I'm not gonna hold up any more of your time, any more than I need to. Without any further ado, let's see who's under that Robo Justice suit. All right, y'all, we are right back in investigating mode. Hope you're having a good day. Cause you know why, when you see me on your screen playing games, my brothers and sisters, let's get straight into this investigation. You see Hifumi big self right there by the X button? All right, first off, I better check the Monokuma file. We getting straight into it, bro. Kick back, relax, grab your snacks. The victims were Hifumi Yamada and Kiyotaka Ishimaru. The cause of death for each was a blow to the head, as we see from the splatter, the blood splatter on their scalps. It is thought that they were both killed with a similar weapon, Justice Hammers. That's it? No time of death? Well, I mean, yeah, no time of death? What the heck?
Very strange.
Yeah, it's pretty strange. We got way less information this time than before.
Is that a picture of Hifumi in the back? All right, I'm done. Don't play with the dead, y'all. That is no problem. After all, the events of this case unfolded before our very eyes. Yeah, very spy-like convo, Celeste, I'm just saying. We should know more about what happened in the Monokuma file could anyway.
Maybe.
Yeah, nah, I think I feel like more of a chance of Celeste being a spy than Kuya. Kuya is still a weirdo, but I low-key think he's not going with Monokuma, bro. I don't see it. Well, there's something else that's bothering me. Someone else has been missing for quite a while. Are you talking about Kyoko? Yeah, we don't know where she went after she said we should split up and investigate.
Perhaps.
Without a doubt, she has an alibi for when Celeste and Hifumi were attacked. But what if the killer wasn't acting alone? What if they had an accomplice? Yeah, that is possible, but unlikely because the accomplice don't get anything. Didn't we already talk about that in trial 1? You know what I'm saying? But it would make sense because we was doing a lot of running around. An accomplice? An accomplice? What are you doing here, right? You trying to give us more info?
Monokuma appears!
Don't be rude! I'm here to answer your question! What question?
Yep.
You're talking about accomplices, right? I'm pretty sure I explained it before, didn't I? During the first class trial, I'm like, we already went over this.
Speaking of which, I'd like to ask the bear, if there is an accomplice, do they also become blackened?
Yeah, we went over this.
So you ask, and so I shall answer.
Shout out to them for voice acting this part.
Each murder is allowed to have an accomplice, but only the one who does the killing will get to graduate.
So it's like, what's the point of working together?
So in other words, 2 people can work together, but one of them has no chance of profiting from it.
Which would make 0 sense to work together, because then your life would be on the line, at stake, in come trial time.
Then there's no way anyone would work together, right?
R.I.P. Mondo. That's crazy they threw his part in. So basically, you can be an accomplice if you want, but there's no gratification in it.
So then...
Sai's saying nobody worked together this time either.
Hey,
Sorry, can't answer that. It would obstruct the free exchange of information between you guys. I just want to make sure you don't forget, no matter how much you might assist in a murder.
Phew.
only one Blackened can graduate. An accomplice gets nothing.
So in other words,
Then we only need to figure out who that one Blackened is that did the killing, right?
Just like normal, right? Whoever dealt the killing blows.
Well,
Okay. Let me take this opportunity to clarify the whole shebang. In this class trial, what you need to determine is
extreme!
the one true Blackened who devised the murder plot and put it into action. Whoa! That's very different from V3 from my memory. I thought it was the person who deals the killing blow is the Blackened. But this time, it's the Blackened who devised the murder plots and put it into action? A mastermind? Interesting. The true Blackened. So just one person.
Well now,
That's enough for explainifying. Now it's down to the final battle between all of you and the Blackened. Good luck to all the contestants. See, this is why I had to play this game for myself before 2x2, bro. I forgot hella, bro. It felt brand new.
So there can only be one Blackened.
An accomplice wouldn't benefit. Then I can't see any way Kyoko would be connected to this case after all, right?
You may be right,
But you still think she's a spy. If that's true, then Kyoko, where are you? Right, she still got explaining to do either way. However, as long as she's not connected to the case, it doesn't matter. Let's get back to the investigation.
indeed.
I have absolutely no doubt that Hero is responsible, right? He's the only one we haven't seen at all today. But for the time being, I suppose it can't hurt to pursue further information.
So,
You know, don't you think we should consider a certain someone a suspect just in case? How about the murderous fiend? Genocide Jack? I mean, she was with us though.
What?
What? I'm offended.
you.
When did you? Oh, right, because she was still passed out in the room where we first found Taka. I've been looking all over for you, Master. When I woke up, you were nowhere to be found. I mean, she was with us as Toko and Genocide Jack, so like either way, I think she's clear.
You SOB!
Anyway, you there, milk sack swimmer girl is crazy.
Huh?
Milk sack?
You gotta be kidding!
Why do I gotta be a suspect?
What the heck?
Well, I mean, you are a serial killer.
What?
So what? I'm like a special guest suspect every time? I have an alibi, you know.
She's right about that,
Right, she was with Kuya, and then even when she wasn't with Kuya, she was with all of us. So like, you know, she's clear.
When we heard Hofumi scream, she was with me. And when the bodies disappeared, she was still lying unconscious in the equipment room. Plus, Taka bodies aside, I can't imagine any way she would have been able to move Hofumi's body.
Right, like, who the hell is capable of that?
Yep.
I thought Taka was the only strong one not named Sakura left, but apparently that dude Hero got druggy strength. You know, roids too, apparently. Besides, I calculate every move I make. I'm not gonna kill someone when everyone knows what I look like. That's not something you should say within this trial, sis. They don't call me the murderous fiend for nothing.
What are you saying?
It's not the kind of thing you should be bragging about, right?
let's see.
On another topic, should we post a guard by the bodies like before? We can't have them disappearing again. Damn, we used to be Sakura and Mondo. But now only Sakura's left. Who are we gonna send to guard?
So then,
Okay, Hina don't investigate anyway, that's fair. Hina and I can handle that. You don't mind, do you, Hina? Sure. Gotta be totally useless on the investigation anyway.
it's all clear now.
Then that's that. Let's begin.
Oh my gosh, this whole thing is so strange, but so fire. All but one of us has an alibi. So figuring out who did it should be obvious, right? But it's Danganronpa, it's never that easy. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it's just me. I don't think it's going to be as straightforward as it seems. Okay, if Makoto say so. Monokuma File 3 has been added to the True Bullet section of my handbook. Alright, first things first. My reticle's already on it. There are hammers of all different sizes hanging on the wall, although some are more like mallets. Mallets? Could the Justice Hammers have been designed using these as a model, right? I don't know if my memory's playing tricks on me, but I think there was more mallets on display than this. Like, these are some awkward spaces in between. Either way, all the hammers here have obviously seen a lot of use. They're all covered in debris and chalky stone powder. Wait. For some reason, this one hammer isn't dirty at all and it's webbed. Like it has been used? Did someone wash it recently? And just like that!
One of these things just doesn't belong!
Spotless hammer has been added. Just like that in Danganronpa fashion, they're like, hold on, something you ain't noticed. Taka, he'll never move again. Damn, Makoto. According to the Monokuma File, Taka died from a blow to the head. We found Justice Hammer 4 near his body in the equipment room. Is that what was used to kill him? And there's a tarp laid out under his body. The killer used this to move Taka's body? That way, there wouldn't be any blood left behind while the body was moved? So they was moving with intent. Blue tarp has been added to the True Bullet section of your handbook. I wish we knew where we could have got it from. Hina, you got anything to say even though we were all together?
So,
Hey, Makoto? I've been thinking about something. It's about the repository. Huh? What is it? After Hifumi and Taka's bodies disappeared, we split up to look around, right? I was really scared, so me and Sakura stuck together.
but...
And we came right to the repository to, you know, look around, right? We saw them. But when we got... Yeah, see, I was there! I came in to check on y'all, you forgot? But when we got here, the repository was locked. We couldn't get inside, so I guess this is just in case I didn't go and see that myself. It was locked? And we came here as soon as the search started, so there's no way someone could have beat us here. So if that's true, then who locked it? And why is it unlocked now? I wonder the same thing, so it has to be somebody who wasn't on the search with us, either Hiro or Kyoko. I wonder the same thing. The door was locked when the search for the bodies began, but now it's wide open. There might be some secret lurking in there. But I'll probably have to leave this area to figure it out. Alright, Sakura, you got anything of use to say?
There are many aspects to the incident this time. Too many, to be honest. Considering that, it may be good to look back on everything that's happened.
So then...
Would you like my help?
Sure. Yeah, let's look back on this. You gonna give me a quick recap?
This morning, only 4 of us met up at the dining hall. Ina, Kyoko, you, and myself. We waited for the others, but nobody showed up. So we decided to go look for them.
Okay.
It was around 8 o'clock when we began our search.
And soon after we split up, Kyoko disappeared. Right, so she disappeared after Hifumi and Celeste were already attacked, allegedly.
After that, Hina found Celeste in the rec room on the 3rd floor, then quickly came and got you and me. According to Celeste, she was attacked by a suspicious individual and lay unconscious for about an hour. In other words, she was attacked an hour before we found her, right at 7, but then she also somehow got a picture of the culprit catching Hifumi lacking. I don't know if the shutter went off and that's what got her caught up in it. I don't know. You know, that's not really clear so far. Meaning just after 7 o'clock. Right. Based on the picture Celeste took, we discovered her attacker was dressed in a strange costume. It was Robo Justice, who we believe to be Hiro. It also became clear that this Robo Justice had dragged Hifumi away. After meeting up with Toko and Byakuya, we began searching for the costumed assailant. We found an injured Hifumi in the library on the 2nd floor. We took him down to the nurse's office on the first floor, then resumed our search. But not long after leaving the nurse's office.
Okay, we get an in-depth recap. Perfect.
What's wrong?
I saw a shadow. Something moving around at the top of the stairs. I still don't know like what I should be doing for Celeste's voice, bro. Hey, we're gonna learn eventually, right? I feel like everybody's voice is distinct enough with my like, you know, little flair on it, except Celeste. I can't gauge her. Except her saying Makoto. Other than that, I don't know. Based on Celeste's claims, we went back up to the second floor where we split up and began searching. Then right after that,
Celeste screamed. This time she had apparently seen the suspect on the third floor. Hearing her screams, we quickly made our way to the third floor.
Right. Celeste, what's wrong?
That was a rather intense scream for someone like you.
You looking so judgy. I saw him. The strange costumed man. He ran off as soon as I screamed. I was blocking the stairs, so he headed further down into the hallway and disappeared.
And then...
And that was Hifumi yelling, right? Huh? What was that? That came from downstairs. It must have been... Hifumi! He's in the nurse's office, so this is when we first found Hifumi. No, this is the second time we found Hifumi, but when he actually got bodied, I'm pretty sure. So the first time we found that he was beat up, then that's when we brought him to the nurse's office, and the nurse's office was when he was bodied. This is bad. Come on, we have to go back. At that point, we decided to split up into two groups. Celeste, Hina, and I went back to the nurse's office. Meanwhile, you, Byakuya, and Toko pursued the suspect up on the third floor. Right, they found Taka, we found Hifumi. And when we got back to the nurse's office, yeah, he was died. We found Hifumi's corpse. Which is also when we heard the body discovery announcement play. Look how little his legs are in comparison, bro. His build is insane. I left Celeste and Hina alone and headed back to the third floor to tell the others what had happened, right? And then y'all found Taka dead.
But at that same time, we had discovered Taka's body in the equipment room. Which means
I keep doing that.
Which means Hifumi and Taka's bodies were discovered right around the same time. Because I remember hearing the body discovery announcement play right after finding Taka.
Wait! But didn't the body discovery announcement play twice? If we found Hifumi and they found Taka at the same time, and then when we found both bodies again later together, why did we hear the body announcement that time as well? But then again, we did see Hifumi wake up. Hifumi did wake up when we found them together. So even though they were found at the same time, Hifumi technically died when we found Taka with Hifumi's body. Because he woke up and told us it was Hiro that hit him over the head. Okay, so the announcement me, Celeste, and Hina heard was for Taka, not Hifumi. And the one we heard for Hifumi was the one where we were all together and they were both found in this room right here. Okay, gotcha. I'm like, hold on. Wait, it played twice. And that's when I showed up and told you and Byakuya that Hifumi had been killed, right? Then you, me, and Byakuya all headed back to the nurse's office, leaving behind Toko, who had fainted. Wait, did that announcement play before Hifumi woke up or after? Cause like, what does Monokuma count as dead if it played before and Hifumi still woke up to tell us Hiro did it? Hopefully they'll say it in the recap. But as soon as we left the physics lab, we ran into Celeste, who just arrived to tell us something very unusual. Right, Hifumi's body disappeared somehow. Hifumi's body has disappeared, right? We hurried back to the nurse's office to discover that his corpse was, in fact, gone.
Then we remembered we had abandoned the unconscious Toko and rushed back to the equipment room.
Right.
This can't be happening.
Are we hallucinating all this or something?
This time, Taka's body had disappeared. So from there, we began our search for both of the missing bodies. And after some time,
Celeste told us she found the bodies and we all headed to the repository.
and there we rediscovered the two bodies that had apparently vanished. Now, when did the body announcement play here? Did it play as we walked in? Did it play after Hifumi woke up? And that brings us up to now. And of course, they're not going to tell me that one detail I have to question.
However, looking back, things have certainly been very active.
Now, that last episode was crazy.
If you want to look back at the case again, just let me know. I'm fine anytime.
Appreciate you, Sakura. Hey, you know, at least we could count on her, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's a dolly. It doesn't have a handle. I saw this in the art room before. I guess it's used to move statues around. It's kind of awkward, but if you bend down, it's not too hard to use. Huh? But wait. Great catch, Makoto! Cause I for sure didn't peep that! Wasn't this in the equipment room when we found Taka's body? And look at the wheel. So we know how the killer got Taka up out of there. So that's what those marks in the blood were, from the wheel. There's a blood stain on it. So there's blood on the wheel of the dolly that was moved from the equipment room to the repository. That's confirmed. What's the explanation for that? That's confirmed right there. Repository dolly has been added. Alright, let's look at Hifumi, GB himself. Hifumi's... Okay. He did not have to say that. Hifumi's big, cold body is laying on the floor. Oh, see, nah, he's crazy. He's crazy for this. His really big body, in case you didn't understand it the first time. I mean, how on earth was the killer able to move someone so big? Like, nah. Like, all body shaming aside, bro. For real. Out of all bodies to move Hifumi, could they have used the dolly twice? That was like making me try to remember if the dolly was in that room we found Kiyotaka in when we first found that room itself. Like, you know, when the school opens up? And I'm not paying attention to that then. From the nurse's office where he was discovered to here, the repository. All the way from the first floor to the third. And all without anyone noticing it, right? That's crazy. How the hell? Right, like, it wouldn't be that big of a problem if it was anybody else, but Hifumi? Who's moving him besides Sakura? And even she's probably gonna struggle. It's no good. I just don't get it. I can think about it later. For now, I have to finish investigating Hifumi himself. If I remember correctly, Hifumi's fatal injury was also a blow to the head, right? Probably from Jutsu's Hammer 3, which was laying on the floor in the nurse's office. Huh? Wait. Something's off about his body. Why am I getting this feeling? Something's different. Something about Hifumi's body in the nurse's office versus his body right now. Y'all trying to show another visual now that we talking about it or what? Okay! I don't know what this means though. That's it. His glasses. When his body was in the nurse's office, his glasses were covered in blood. But now they're completely clean. Does that mean someone wiped his glasses off? But who would do that and why? Yeah, right? Like, what the hell does that mean? I mean, you see the comparison, Hifumi's glasses. I mean, we know that he wasn't dead. So would that play a factor? Like, he just wiped them off himself? But then why would it be a truth bullet if he just did that? Byakuya, do you think Hiro really did it? Hold on, y'all. I'm my phone. I got a text. Do you think Hiro really did it?
I don't see how anyone could think otherwise. When the attacks and murders and disappearance all happened, every one of us had an alibi. And the last thing Hifumi said when he died.
Yeah. He said Hiro's name. Yeah, he said Yasuhiro.
So in other words,
Then there was no room to suspect anyone else.
Then, like, what reason would he lie with his dying breath? Like, you know, he has nothing to gain. Okay, but if he did do it, why would he hide his identity with that weird costume? Right, because technically we would know since he's the only one without an alibi. But then again, Hiro's also an idiot. Like,
Maybe he thought that no matter what happened, he'd be safe as long as his face was covered. Because he's the fool of the century, you see?
you see what I'm saying? Like, Hiro is an idiot, but is this gonna be like a plot twist where Hiro's actually a genius? You know, like I said, I don't remember, bro. So I don't know, is Hiro actually a genius this whole time? Hey, only one way to find out. I mean, he is kinda dumb. Do you really think that's enough to explain it? I feel like there's a clue hiding in there somewhere.
what?
Right, because technically it could be anybody in the suits. But then again, it can't really be anybody when everyone else has an alibi. You know what I'm saying?
And is that it? That's all that bothers you about the case?
Well, no, there are a few other things if you would look around and investigate yourself. Like, why did the killer try to hide the bodies?
They probably figured that if we couldn't find the bodies, we couldn't complete our investigation.
But if that's the case, we found the bodies pretty easily, didn't we?
Again, it comes back to the fact that the culprit was a moron.
Like, that's fair reasoning, but is it also like plot armor? Like, you know, we're just excusing so much cause Hiro's an idiot? Right, is that really all there is to it? Like, I'm with Makoto, what do we speculate or not? The other thing that bothers me is, why'd they bother killing 2 people?
What?
Hold on, let him cook. Because all the rule says is, if you can kill someone and get away with it, you graduate, right? Right, so why make more work for yourself? So if you're the killer, your #1 priority is not getting caught. But killing 2 people means more clues and more chances you'll get found out. Okay, Makoto! That quality time with Kyoko's starting to rub off on my boy.
I see.
Look at him starting to respect me now.
Hold on. Perhaps I see. So that's what that means.
You want to enlighten me? Is everything okay? Hello, I'm muted.
That's enough.
Don't talk to me as if we're friends. Okay. Huh? What's with the attitude? He's mad I outsmarted him.
But you have my appreciation.
Goodbye.
Thanks to you, I might have some fun with this after all.
Freaky frog. His mysterious words hung in the air as he left the repository. He talked as if he figured something out. Like, you see what I mean? We're playing the same game, but differently, bro. We're not, like, playing with the same mentality. But if he did he have killed him to tell me what it was? No, because he wants the glory and credit, because he's a fraud, phony. You want to look at the screens and the cameras, Makoto, or what? You don't have time to be staring at it? So do we leave now, or what? There's only one way in and out of this room. Through the door that Hina said was locked before. There's definitely a lock on the door, but it could only be locked from inside the repository. So that means when we were there, that was the killer in there setting this up. I don't see any way to lock it from in the art room. The door can only be locked from inside the repository, which makes me wonder. Hina and Sakura confirmed that the door was locked after we started looking for the missing body. Right, and they said nobody could have beat them there because they were here first. So that means it wasn't me, Celeste, or Byakuya. And obviously wasn't Sakura or Hina because it was locked when I saw them there as well. So then again, that just leaves Kyoko and Hiro. And the door's designed so that could only be locked from inside the repository. In other words, when Hina checked it, someone had already gone in the repository and locked the door. When they were done, they unlocked it and left, which is why it's unlocked now. But how were they able to get, like, you know, like ninja-like, like get over all around these places without us noticing? But Hina claims that there's no way someone could have beaten them to the repository. So that certain someone... Repository door has been added to the True Blood section in your handbook. Yeah, if it's Hiro, we should have saw him, right? Or at least saw the suits. Because we haven't seen the suit ourselves this entire time aside from Celeste's picture. And she was also the only person who called out seeing him again when at the hallway, and she yelled and like brought us up there. There's gotta be a clue around here somewhere. Maybe I should check somewhere else. There's some place I already know about. First, the nurse's office where Hifumi was found, and the equipment room where Taka was found. Alright, let's get there. I guess we'll head to the equipment room first, since, you know, I don't think we gotta check here, right? Leave the area? Okay, if it lets me leave, that means we don't gotta investigate. Let's check the room Taka was in, since it's right around the corner first. But yeah, I didn't even realize we haven't seen Robo Justice ourselves aside from Celeste's picture. Like, I don't know what that means, but like could Hiro have abandoned the suit after the picture? And that's why we didn't see him, so he could move better? I don't know. Why are you in here, Genocide Jill? Look at you trying to investigate. I was sleeping right here when the killer carried the body away. I'm super pissed I missed such an ultimately rare event. Alright, so you have nothing to add, essentially. Oh, we see where they got the blue tarp from, though. Huh? This tarp. I feel like I've seen it somewhere before, and just recently, too. Right, that was the one, that's what they used to carry Taka on the dolly to make sure there was no extra spill. There's some kind of tire mark going through the pool of blood in the middle of the room. That reminds me about the dolly in the repository. There was blood on its tire. Could that blood have come from here? I mean, it had to. They left the marks. Which can mean that Taka's body was moved from the equipment room to the repository using that dolly. We have to check if Hifumi's has the same thing, because it's like, how the hell do you move Hifumi? Will Hifumi even, like, would the dolly support Hifumi? Or, like, you know, how would they move him? Both rooms are on the 3rd floor, so that should definitely have been possible, right? Equipment room bloodstain has been added to the True Blood section in your handbook. But even if the dolly was used to move Taka's body, what about Hifumi? Like, me and Makoto are on the same page, boy. Hifumi's body was in the nurse's office on the 1st floor. Even with the dolly, there's no way to get it up to the 3rd floor. Right, because the dolly was in this room. That's still a total mystery, right? Like, it's so much running around while we were also running around ourselves. So it's like, how would we have not seen them at any point? That's what's throwing me off crazy right now. Just as Hammer 4, the weapon that was used to kill Taka. The body was moved, but the murder weapon was just left here. But notice, like, there's no blood on it, though. Unless it's on the other side. Is there anything else you want to look at in here, Makoto? I know he don't care about the cameras or nothing. So, you want to just leave? Alright. Let us check. Is there anything here? Okay, no. So I guess all that's left is to check the nurse's office now. Like, how the hell was they moving? Like, what secret routes do they? That's why I'm low-key thinking, like, is this maybe the time where the 16th student gets in the mix? Because, like, they're using all type of, like, secret routes that, like, we just have no knowledge about. Like, you know what I'm saying? How are they getting up and down past us while we're running up and down ourselves? It doesn't make sense. Alright, where was the nurse's office? The nurse's office was on the 1st floor, right? in the AV room, if I remember correctly. You see me remembering the layout of the school? I'm a real Host Peak student. Yeah, it's right here. And this is another point of interest. Okay. We seeing some blood splatter. Okay, Celeste is in here. What's good, Celeste? What are you investigating, Celeste? I am not investigating anything, precisely speaking. I'm simply going around seeing if Hero might be hiding somewhere. Right, because if we find him, he needs to get to talking. If he's not gonna do talking in the investigation, Monokuma gonna get him for the trial. We saw him drag Toko when she was looking crazy, so you can't skip the trial, boy. No matter who you are. What about you? Oh, you know, I'm just checking this and that. The main thing on my mind is how someone could have moved Hifumi's body.
Let's see.
How Hifumi was moved, eh? When it disappeared, you were supposed to be in the nurse's office, right?
Yes, indeed.
Correct. Hina was not feeling well, so I stayed behind to look after her. Did you see anything? But she seemed to be getting worse, so I took her to the bathroom. So you left the body unattended? And when you got back, the body was gone? We could not have been gone for more than a minute or two, though. Yeah, Hina said the same thing. So then, the killer was able to get in and move Hifumi's body in a short amount of time? Like, who are you? Chase from dispatch? How is you moving like that? Like, what?
Indeed.
It would seem so. To carry off someone as big as Hifumi in only a couple of minutes is... I can't think of it as anything less than impossible, right? But even so, Hifumi's body did get moved. Like, we've seen it, that's fact. Celeste's account has been added. Alright, well, let's look at the Justice Hammer. What the hell is going on with this case, boy? Justice Hammer 3, the one that was used to kill Hifumi. Someone moved the body but left the weapon behind. Right, and there's no extra marks. What do you want me to check? This, what is this, the fridge? A refrigerator. I wonder if there's anything to drink inside in a nurse's office? After everything I've been through, I'm totally parched. Maybe just a quick peek. Alright, anything useful? There's a bunch of blood packets in here. For blood transfusions, I guess? It doesn't help me though. I'm not a vampire. Hey, I got a mono coin though. We started back from the ground up with those. I cashed out this chapter, boy. Then there's nothing else to look at over on any of these sides. Alright, I'm going. I thought there's more for me to look at here. Like what? The cameras? Oh, trash can. It's just a normal trash can. Oh, wait, there's something inside. It's too small to be a handkerchief. It's a glasses cleaning cloth. How many people in Host Peak do we know that wear glasses? Kuya, Toko, and Hifumi. And out of those three, whose glasses cleaning cloth would look like this? Again, I have no idea what the meaning behind this is yet, but I can tell you it looks crazy. Nobody can verify how Hifumi was moved, right? We know Hifumi was not dead until all of us came to the room and found him and Taka's bodies together, and he said Yasuhiro was the one who killed him. The body announcement tells us that much. Hifumi. I can't even say this. He has something to tell us because he is worm food now confirmed. But maybe Hifumi is not as innocent as we thought, bruh. Because my memory could be wrong and I could be making myself look like such a stupid fool. Is this not the same character that was on his digital camera? Am I remembering wrong? Am I stereotyping anime magical princesses? You can't tell me that's not the same character, bruh. It's too small to be a handkerchief. It's a glasses cleaning cloth. And it's got some kind of cartoon character on it. But it's also covered in blood.
Oh,
Did you find something? Yeah, there was a cleaning cloth in the trash can.
huh?
A cleaning cloth? And it's all bloody. Whoever this belonged to must have used it to wipe up some blood. But who would need to do something like that? Who has had... And we just found, when we found him in the nurse room, his glasses were covered in blood. The second time we find him, his glasses are spotless. Fumi, what did you get yourself into? Cause now Monokuma is talking about, do you need to find... Damn, I forgot the exact words. You need to find who came up with the plan and set it into action. Not the person who bashed Kiyotaka in the back of his skull. The black in this time around is the mastermind behind this whole little plan. Interesting! That puts a lot of people back on the chopping block. But who would need to do something like that? Well, assuming my thinking is correct. You know what I'm saying? I haven't the slightest idea. Yeah, me either, but I think it might be important. Oh my goodness! Glasses cleaning cloth have been added to the troop bullet section of your handbook. Again, I could be talking out on my behind because again, I don't remember none of this. So, hey, I could just be yapping. But again, y'all know with these games, I say my thoughts as they come into my brain, no matter how smart or stupid I'ma end up looking. I'ma always speak myself, be true to myself, speak my conscience.
So this is where you were. I've been looking for you.
You have?
I wanted to thank you for what you did. Not that you meant to, but you ended up making this little game of ours very interesting indeed. You should go to Hero's room. Oh, and let me give you this.
This is the note Hero gave me the night before meeting the dining hall. This is the note Hero wrote to get us all to meet up, right?
You remember well.
Well, the penmanship was pretty remarkable, so it left quite an impression. Stop glazing, he might be a murderer.
It's all clear now.
Anyway, this makes it clear, right? This is a trap.
What is?
Things grow ever more exciting.
What are you talking about? I hate that, like, I'm kind of feeling what Kuya's feeling. Cause I'm not gonna lie, now that everybody is back on the chopping block, I'm feeling the excitement with him. Maybe I'm more like Kuya than I'd like to admit. But I'm not touching no dead bodies though. You know what I'm saying? That's the difference. That's the difference.
I've already repaid my debt. I don't owe you any more explanation.
Goodbye.
Alright, see you later. Yasuhiro's message has been added to the troop bullet section of your handbook. So he said to go to Hero's room, but what's waiting for me there? Right? Like, what would Hero have in his room besides drugs, bro? Like, do I want to go in there and take a quick hit to ease the pain? So that's the trial room. That's crazy. Alright, the spare hotel, let's go. Let's go see what Hero's room talking about. It's a good thing he repaid that debt, because I don't know where the hell I would have went after. Hold on, I want to see. Is Kyoko? Are you just in your room this whole time? This is Kyoko's room. But it doesn't have anything to do with this case. Alright, so like, you just not seen the vision. Like, you wouldn't think like, maybe that's where she is, considering we can't find her at all, bro? Like, you don't think it's a point of interest at all? The Hero, that's Celeste. Damn, Hero, where do you live so separated from everybody? Damn, Hero's on this hallway hit by himself, besides Sakura. Leon, and who? This is Hifumi, right? Yeah, they're all dead now. Hiro got a lonely sector. The door is unlocked? I guess I can go inside. Byakuya did say to go look. It may not be a great idea, but I'm gonna take the plunge. I mean, we have nowhere else to explore. You know, that's the only other point of interest according to Kuya. Like, look at all this stuff in his room, boy. He crazy. You cannot tell me Hiro don't do psychedelics. Like, come on now. This is Hiro's room. There's all kinds of weird stuff in here. Where'd he even get it all from? More importantly, he still hasn't turned up. Which means he can't really complain if I don't get his permission to search his room, right? I mean, I guess. You want me to look at it? Like, everything? Okay, that's the door. Alright, let's look at these boxes that he still didn't finish moving in. I think there's something in the cardboard box. Ooh, Hiro! Say it ain't so! It's blueprints for something, and something's made out of, looks like cardboard, plastic, and plaster. Is this Robo Justice? Hiro? Say it ain't so! And it's in Hiro's room. But wait, these blueprints, something about them That's why Kuya gave me the notice. That's not his handwriting. We saw how pristine it was written. This is like some, you know, this is not Hiro's work. He's being framed. But then where was he this whole time though? Could they have drugged him and hit him? But where would they get the access to, like, sleeping pills? We haven't unlocked no areas like that, have we? But yeah, this is not Hiro's hand. Kuya! Let me find out Kuya wanna be my friend, bro. Cause he did not have to pay me back. We know Kuya do not believe in, like, equivalent exchange, boy. He did not watch Full Metal Alchemist. Kuya, you might have just thrown the lob of doom, bro. Something about them bothers me. Okay, Kuya! It only took you 3 chapters, but you're coming around. He respects me. He respects me now, that's why. Robo Justice Blueprints has been added to the 666 layer. Yo, this game crazy. This is why I love the game so much. Like, before we played V3, I did watch the anime, because I didn't watch the anime before to, like, kind of be refreshed. But again, that was such like a watered down version of the game itself. But even then, that was like 2-3 years ago now. So bro, now I remember why I love this game so much. Like, they not doing it like these, bro. I can't wait for 2x2, bro. I can't wait. Yo, this game is, oh my gosh, this game is so phenomenal. Robo Justice has been added. Hey, no, is that all they wanted me to look at it here? Do you want me to go in his bathroom? Like, I soundlessly checked the bathroom. There's nothing in here. It's pretty grungy though. How does the bathroom even get this dirty? Oh, thanks for not showing me a visual of that, boy. I'm so cool. It's a normal bed. Pretty much just like the one in my room. It smells like straight ganja. Like, Makoto, you're forgetting important details. A surveillance camera. No point in worrying about it right now. I need to just forget about it. Okay, and then there's just a monitor, and then we on our way out. This is one of the monitors Monokuma appears on. There's no point in worrying about it right now. I need to just forget about it. I'm alright, so I guess I could just leave now. Okay, I was finna say, where do we even go after this? Does the investigation just end? Aren't you supposed to be on security with Sakura? Makoto, big news, big news! What's wrong? We We found Kyo. Please tell me it's alive, please. We found Kyoko. What? Is she okay? Where is she? Wait, I wasn't done. There's more big news.
Just a second.
We finally get to see him? Is a hero in that suit? Like, whoa! Robo Justice showed up too! Robo Justice? Okay, like, see, now what does this mean though? Because we just seen the blueprints was not in his handwriting. But again, we saw his suit being used to take Hifumi away, who's also dead, and then he's also not been here this whole time. Hiro, you need to explain, and Kyoko, you need to too, because where have you been that last whole entire episode? It's Hiro wearing the costume.
Okay.
Anyway, as soon as you can, head to the pool on the second floor. You think Hiro and Kyoko will turn up at the same time? Anyway, I have to head to the pool. I ran up to the second floor as fast as I could. Let's do it. Talk to me. I missed the beat. I tried it. I always miss it. Look at Robo Justice. Where have you been, Kyoko? Kyoko and...
I mean...
They expect me to take this serious? Phew, man. I have had the worst day. I could imagine. Body catcher. Hero. Do you want to talk about it? Hero?
Huh? Oh, hey, Makoto.
Yeah, duh. Who else would I be? I don't know. Optimus Prime? Like, I don't know who you are right now. That's a good question. Huh? What? Why do I look like this? What? Did someone come along and remodel me while I was sleeping? Was it the Illuminati? Hero. You been hearing my Rock Nation jokes? Kyoko, do you have anything to say? You've been missing.
Right.
I found Hero. He was jammed into the pool room locker. It looked like he was fast asleep, so I kicked him and woke him up. Damn, you kicked him?
Don't be mean.
I still can't believe you kicked me. Could have been a little more gentle about it, like, I don't know, caress my face or something. Chill, not so much, bro. Not so much, Hero.
What?
That's creepy. You're chopped and musty. Anyway, Kyoko, where have you been all this time? You just disappeared all of a sudden without a trace.
Well,
There was something I had to check up on. That better not be all you're leaving me with. What do you mean? Never mind. Oh, Kyoko. This is why Kuya thinks you're the spy. I can't. Never mind right now.
it's nothing.
Never mind. My fault, OG.
Hey,
More importantly, she got it. I'm not gonna go back and forth with her. She says that, but does she have any idea? Does she know people think she might be spying for the mastermind? I don't think she cares. That's the thing I was saying about Kyoko. She seems like she doesn't care what people think of her. She's just here to get out, bro. But she got in, now she's trying to get out.
and?
First of all, Hero, you need to explain to us why you're dressed like that. Right, we found the blueprints in your room too, gang.
I mean...
I have no idea. 1 second I was asleep. I don't even know how that happened. And I woke up and then I was here. I don't care. Do something about that costume. It pains me just to look at you.
Huh?
Well,
Let me out of here.
I don't know what's up with this thing, but I can't actually get it off. A little help? As crazy as this sounds, he's not the killer, bro. I understand Hero is a bottom feeder when it comes to IQ, but there's no way he's this dumb to go out of this way to create a costume to cover his identity for catching bodies and then let us catch him in the costume. You know what I'm saying? That's a little too stupid even for Hero. Do y'all feel me on that, or like, am I like coping for comedic relief since they took Hifumi? I don't know, bruh. I don't think it's Hero anymore after this. Why would you make something that you can't take off by yourself?
Got it all wrong!
Like, how would Celeste know that? Only me and Kuya passed this info along. Hold on! Hold up! I'm over here thinking Celeste is the spy. But then again, that could also still be true. But how did she just know that when Kuya was the one who went to look, and she just said, when I saw her in the nurse's office, she was not investigating, she was just looking for Hero. Well, I mean, then she could have checked his room because it was unlocked. Okay, Celeste, I'll give you that one. I don't know if that nurse office was the first place you went. I didn't make the stupid freaking thing.
It would seem...
There's a clasp on the back that's keeping you from getting it off. It looks pretty sturdy. I don't think you can get it off on your own. So we were meant to find him in this. You don't really have a choice. Let's help him. It took everyone's help, but slowly we were able to get Hero out of the suit. As crazy as it is, I think this clears Hero, bro. It took a few minutes, but eventually we got all the pieces off. Whoa, free at last! Woo, that's the good stuff, boy! Like, Hero, relax. Isn't it kind of weird how perfectly the suit fits Hero, right? Like it's custom made.
So then...
More to the point, nobody but Hero would be able to wear that costume. Wait, what? Hold on a sec.
Honestly.
Don't bother trying to act innocent. The blueprints were in your room as well. How do you know this, Celeste?
Is that okay?
In other words, it is obvious to everyone that you made this costume. Either Kuya told her, but Kuya would have no reason to tell her because he only told me because I put the idea in his brain. Celeste might be self-snitching on her involvement right now.
That's true. I saw the blueprints myself.
Did you tell her that you saw them? Yeah, me too.
Could it be...
Notice she didn't say how she knew though. Then it's obvious. The one who put this costume on and went around attacking everyone?
That's terrible!
Was Hero! Shall we tie him up and gag him? Freaky Frog, no.
Just the worst.
Good idea. You wouldn't want him killing anyone else. Technically, he can't, y'all. Like, what? Tie me up? Hold on, guys. I think that's going a little far.
That's right.
He may be a suspect, but he deserves fair treatment. Yeah, I mean, attacking blueprints. I have no idea what you guys are talking about.
What the heck?
You can't talk your way out of this. It's been decided. You killed them. What? Killed who? I have no idea what you're talking about. There must be a fake Hero running around. Yeah, but then also the thing is, why did Hifumi say his name? We asked Hifumi who killed you, and with his dying breath, he said, Yasuhiro.
What are you saying?
You're the only one who can wear this costume. So who else could possibly be the costumed attacker?
What the heck?
How do you know I'm the only one? Maybe you should try it on for yourself before you convict me.
Okay.
Fine. If you're going to be a jerk about it, I will. Without missing a bit, Hina started putting on the Robo Justice costume. We cannot be for real right now, y'all.
Huh. See? Look. See how loose it is?
Is she for real?
I mean, come on. I'm blind as a bat in here. Can't see my feet at all. I'm surprised you got anywhere in this thing.
So it's custom made for Hero.
I'm telling you, it wasn't me!
And not to mention, you totally can't bend at the waist. Seems like a pretty obvious oversight.
Yo! Wait! Did Makoto not say for the dolly, if you bend down and move it, it's not a problem? Hero is cleared! But then why would Hifumi say his name? Unless, but like, if Hifumi set all this up, why would he, like, what would Hero have bodied him? Or why would it, like, if Hifumi knocked Hero out, put him in this suit, when did he get bodied by him? And why would he still say Hero's the one that killed him? If Hifumi, because what I'm thinking, was Hifumi maybe trying to plot something and then just fumbled, like he was plotting to kill Taka out of this whole revenge, alter ego, lover angle, and then he was gonna make Hero the fall guy? But then when would Hero have came back, or like did Hifumi not see who got him and just using like, you know, what he knows of his plan, he said Hero was the one who did it? And the whole time it's actually somebody else that got the killing blow? Because now we also gotta talk about how there was a non-customized mallet that was mysteriously washed off. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's obviously a murder weapon. Oh god, and then Celeste is being weird too. But I don't know if she's culprit weird or she's just spy weird, you know?
That's not a very nice thing to say. I mean, it's not like I made it. I just got caught up in the moment.
Right, like the blueprints, that writing wasn't his.
Well, either way, now we know for sure, right? I mean, it seems pretty clear that nobody but Hero could have fit into this dumb costume.
In a huff, Hina took the suit back off again. Cause Celeste got a picture of Hifumi and Hero together. Like, did she get the picture of Hifumi putting Hero away? Because if he's saying he was knocked out in the suit and Hifumi was moving him, saw Celeste taking a picture, hit her and ran. But then why would Celeste say she was attacked by Robo Justice instead of Hifumi? So like, is Celeste the accomplice to corroborate the story? But then it's like, what's the point of that? Like, what? Well, now you're all out of excuses. No, see? It's cause you're a girl. If it was another guy, then... Makoto, go ahead. We are not for real right now. I have to try it on now? Okay, and then you just go with it. Against my will, I picked up the pieces of the floor and tried putting them on. It's no good. The arms are too long. There's no way I can wear this.
Just a second.
See? I told you it was impossible. You're absolutely right. It seems this costume was made to fit Hero's body exactly.
But
Then there's another costume. They must have had one that looks the same, but fits them.
Honestly.
If you insist on this line of defense, then show us some evidence.
what the heck?
Evidence?
You claim there is another suit, yes? Then you must find it and show it to us.
What the heck?
Just the worst.
Who cares? Hero's the only one without an alibi during this whole thing anyway.
That's terrible.
Which is how we know it was him.
What? I mean, is that really true? I have no idea what's been happening. Could someone, like, tell me?
Robo Justice costume has been added to the true bullet section of our handbooks. I guess we could debrief Hero. Low key, we should ask him who are the victims in this case and see if like he knows, you know? Cause Sakura's not here. So we low key could press him on that.
What the heck?
If you don't tell me what's going on, how am I supposed to understand? I think I figured out that
Someone's been killed, right? Hey, Makoto, who was it? Well, 2 people were killed. Taka and Hifumi. What? 2 people?
Just the worst.
Why are you freaking out? You did it. Do you have split personality too, Hero?
Please!
I did not! Wait, hold on. If those 2 are the ones that were killed...
How about that?
That's it! I know who did it! Who?
So then,
You may as well tell us then. Taka and Hifumi were fighting over Alter Ego, right?
I'm at least 30%
Which
right.
means Alter Ego and or Chihiro must have done it. Ah, yeah, he's yapping. I thought he was actually gonna have some hard-hitting info. Now he's yapping.
correct.
I see. That's unfortunate. Unfortunate? Like, you don't even make sense. How is an AI laptop gonna kill them?
What the heck?
Stop trying to trick us. Just admit that you did it, okay? I'm telling you, you got it all wrong.
Oh, so then.
I know. That note. No? Last night, someone slipped a weird note under my door. And here's what it said. I found a hole. Maybe we can use to escape. Monokuma can't find out. But don't tell anyone else for now. Let's meet in the rec room at 1 a.m. But the last thing I remember is going to the rec room. And for some reason, I fell asleep.
Hey.
That Zaza took me out. Got in a kush coma. The real killer probably drugged me or something.
Just the worst.
Not a chance.
So,
No, hold on. He could be on. Okay, see, this is what I was wondering. Would they have something to knock him unconscious? No, hold on. He could be onto something. The nurse's office did have chemicals that could do that.
Huh?
Really? I told you. Someone's trying to set me up. A secret passage, a chance to escape. Someone wrote all that to trick me. Even if that's true, he must be one dumb fish to bite every piece of bait that floats in front of you. Why does he always get cooked? Well, after being trapped here so long, even if you know it's a lie, you still gotta check, right, guys? Like I promised you, I'm not stupid. They preyed on my desire to get out of here. They deceived me. I still don't buy it. Hina do not like this dude at all.
Don't be mean.
Well, you should buy it.
Just a second.
Okay, then show us that note. Right, where's the proof? With pleasure. I have it right here in my, pocket.
No way.
Looks like I lost it. Hero. I'm trying to hear you out, brother, but you're losing me. Yeah, sure. Please, you gotta believe me. I wouldn't hurt a fly. As I said before, if you want us to believe you, you must produce evidence. Can you show us the notes? I have no particular issue with what you claim, but if you want us to believe you, give us the reason, right? What the heck? For serious? Yeah, he losing it, bro. He's losing the plot. Yasuhiro's account has been added to the Trupula section of your handbook. Now then, shall we resume our investigation? There's no time to waste before the class trial begins. What else is there to investigate, though? Why do we need to keep investigating? We already know who did it.
What the heck?
Why? Why did you kill them? Tell us, Hero. Oh, she crying. Oh, it's like I said.
Just the worst.
Was it really to get the money Monokuma offered us? Yeah, that must be it. He must be totally broke, and that's why. Damn, she said broke boy sit down. Wait, that's a false accusation. I got hella money to buy drugs. Someone help me.
What are you saying?
Just be thankful we haven't bound and gagged you.
If you have time to yell and carry on, you have time to search for your evidence, right? You're right. I need to look for the second suit in that note. Feet, don't fail me now.
My hero is too funny to be a murderer, bro. I know that logic is so stupid, but like, I hope he finds something. I don't want him to go. I guess I better get back to guard duty. I was gonna ask Toko, Innocent Jack to switch with me. But if she and Sakura got into a fight, we'd have a catastrophe on our hands. Yeah, Genocide Jack not winning that gang, I'm gonna be real. Well, bye. One by one, everyone peeled away.
Makoto.
Do you have a second? Are you gonna tell me why you were missing? Huh? I want you to help me with the investigation, right? I gotta brief her up on what we found so far.
It would seem...
It looks like I got a late start on this one, so I need to make up some ground, right? Because usually it's me and Kyoko. Well, not me and Kyoko, but she's usually, you know, she's usually the one helping me out. Yeah, put her on game. Sure. I don't mind helping, but can you promise me something? Later, when we have time, will you tell me why you disappeared?
Why is that?
Says work with me.
No. To reject me so simply.
Anyway...
I need your help. You don't mind, do you? Okay.
Shall we go?
Thanks. Now then, shall we? Alright, Makoto,
Hey.
put her on game. So, Makoto, first I'd like to examine the corpses. Examine the corpses? I can't believe I'm hearing that from a girl the same age as me.
Correct.
Dead bodies don't lie, you know. They tell the truth far more easily than the living.
Hey,
Wouldn't you agree?
I mean, I guess.
How am I supposed to answer?
anyway...
We have to hurry before the class trial begins again. Yeah, you're right. Okay, then show me where the bodies are. They're in the repository. I guess we should head that way for now. Alright, we're gonna catch Kyoko up on what she missed, okay? So we gotta take her through everything, bro? Like, Makoto, you could've just brief her? I mean, it's better she seems to see herself. She be noticing stuff we don't, you know? You know what I'm saying? Let's not forget how helpful she was with the Sayaka case. And with the Mondo case, you know what I'm saying? Like, she put in her time and effort. I gotta give her her flowers while she here to receive them. But damn, you making me do this. Hifumi and Taka. For a moment, Kyoko seemed to go rigid. What that mean? But only for a moment.
So then...
Well then, let's get started. She crouched down next to Taka and without hesitation began poking and prodding at the bodies.
I knew it.
The Monokuma file was right. They were killed using similar weapons. Her movements were so smooth. She was so calm. You falling in love with it? Like, seeing how comfortable she was actually made me feel a little more comfortable. I don't know about this, but hey, you know, different strokes for different folks. I don't know if this would like get me to, you know, rose tinted glasses on for somebody. Makoto, I found something. You did?
Hey,
You remember the wristwatch Taka always wore on his left hand? He did? Right? I didn't know he wore a wristwatch. Well, no. Because he was always talking about how late I was. And like they said, when I was late in the last episode, he pointed at his watch. No, you right, you got that. Are you so oblivious to the people around you? Do you dislike other people that much? No, that's not it. I just mind my business. Anyway, so you said he had a watch?
so then...
Take a look. It's broken. You see the hands aren't moving, right? See, that's why we gotta take her to the scene. I would have never noticed this. It most likely broke when he had his encounter with his assailant. And if you notice, the hands are frozen at just past 6 o'clock. That's way before Celeste and Hifumi. Because they got attacked at 7. So that would mean the watch was broken sometime just after 6?
That's right.
But last night, Taka's watch definitely wasn't broken. Yeah, this was the scene I remember. Hey, you! How long were you gonna keep us waiting? Taka's irritated voice pierced the air as he stared pointedly at his wristwatch. I remember this, yeah, from when I was editing. It's almost 10 o'clock. You know that? That's up for all the little boys and girls.
In other words,
see how dialogue is so important in this game? So if it worked at 10 last night, it couldn't have been broken at 6 p.m. Right. Meaning it must have happened at 6 this morning. Broken wristwatch has been added.
however,
And that's not all. Look at Taka's left hand. He appears to be gripping something. Is that a note? Paper? You're right. There's something white in there.
Makoto,
Can you try and pry it out? Me?
because
Rigor mortis has already set in. Boys are better suited to this kind of manual labor, right? I mean, I guess. I don't think in my mind that Makoto is stronger than Kyoko. Respectfully, though. Okay. Is it bad that when she said rigor mortis, I instantly thought of the Kendrick song? Like, the beat started playing in my head immediately. As much as I didn't want to, I grasped Taka's cold hand. The ice cold hand was literally enough to cause my heart to stop beating. Golly. After some effort, I was finally able to free the object from his tightly clenched fist. A piece of paper?
hey,
Was that all he had in his hand? Like, where's the rest of it? Yeah, that's it. Just a little scrap of paper doesn't seem like much of a clue, does it? I mean, that means he was holding a note, right?
is that right?
I wonder about that. Like, why would he be holding on to that little piece? Kyoko then turned to Hifumi's body.
So then,
Let's check Hifumi's body now. Perhaps he's left us a few clues of his own. This makes me question, like, Makoto, what were you doing when you were looking at the bodies? Because how did she just come in here and find all this just like that? But you looked at the bodies first. Kyotoku's scrap of paper has been added to the true bullet section of your handbook. Okay, anything? So, did you find anything?
indeed.
I did. More than I expected, to be honest. My lips are peeling. I'm sorry if y'all see me keep like biting or licking them. Look at this. Like, what's up with all these notes? Hero left me a note. Well, to meet up with everybody. Kiyotaka had a note. Hero had a note allegedly. Hifumi has a note. Like, a wad of paper?
That's right.
Hifumi had it hidden on him. Hidden?
Indeed.
He'd stuffed it in his pants. Oh, bro, Gooner to the end. I can only assume he hid it on purpose. See, in his pants? Wait, so you?
Why is that?
It was just his pants, not like his socks or something. That's worse for a lot of different reasons, Kyoko. I see you don't know much about the different equipment we got, you know, as boys and girls. I mean, no, she has to. She found Chihiro's equipment. What's up with you, sis? I don't know what that means.
Hey,
Anyway, let's take a look at the paper. Go ahead, Makoto, open it up. When I think of how it was stuffed down his pants, it's like, I know this paper stink then. It better be important, Hifumi. I'll never forgive you for this. This is the note that Hero was talking about! But it's a different time. I'm pretty sure Makoto's gonna read it. A note? I found a hole maybe we can use to escape. Monokuma can't find out, so don't tell anyone else for now. Let's meet in the equipment room at 6 a.m. He ripped this from Taka. You see the rip on the side, Taka's watch got broken at 6 a.m. Hero said his note was 1 a.m. Damn, they had Hero knocked out for that long? Oh my gosh!
so...
What did they give him? That sounds very familiar. That's it! It's the same thing Hero said! Then he was telling us the truth!
However,
Although, it's not exactly the same, is it? Right. Last night, someone slipped a weird note under my door. And here's what it said. We found a hole maybe we can use to escape. Monokuma can't find out, so don't tell anyone else for now. Let's meet in the rec room at 1 a.m., 5 hours prior. The time is different. Hiro told us that his note said to meet at 1. Yo, I love this game. Like, this game is so good, bro. Like, you know what I said? Like, bro, this mystery solving stuff, just like little details, boy. Oh my gosh. I'm remembering why I love Danganronpa so much. Why this game, like, you know? I just remember loving the experience. But the note they wrote to Hifumi asked him to meet at 6 a.m.
Is that right?
Hold on. Just because Hifumi had the note doesn't mean it was meant for him. Right, because we already know Hifumi didn't die until everybody was in here. In this room specifically. So he could have ripped this note from Kiyotaka. It's just that, why? Like, Hifumi, why were you doing all this? Because we know you was lying about being dead in the nurse's room the first time. Like, what are you on? Huh?
So...
Part of it has been torn off, right? I think there's likely some meaning there. Like, put it to the piece that you ripped out of Taka's hand. There's some meaning to part of it being ripped? Could you maybe explain it a little bit more? Think carefully.
Hey.
Why would he have been clutching that scrap of paper so tightly? Look at her all hyped that she in flow state. I have no idea. I'm an imbecile. Ultimate dumb. Let me chill. I'm about to get mad disrespectful.
So then.
What if it wasn't just a scrap of paper when he was holding it? What if it was something more important? And how would something important like that become a mere scrap of paper? That's what you need to answer. The no Hifumi hat has been added to the True Bullet section of your handbook.
Hey.
And while we're at it, I should tell you one other thing. The two victims this time definitely had their e-handbooks on them. So the handbooks have nothing to do with how the murders were carried out. Okay, let's get that out the way because of last trial. Not that there was any reason to think they were connected to the killings in the first place. You're saying I don't have to think about the handbooks this time, right? Like, you see, it's like we're like Sherlock and Watson. I think that was his sidekick's name. Like, you know, dynamic duo.
Is that right?
If you didn't have to think about them at all, I wouldn't have gone out of my way to mention it. Right, I appreciate it. All I said was that they weren't used to help carry out the murders. There may come a point, however, where a handbook may play a role. A handbook may play a role? I don't think I understand. Yeah, see, she lost me. I don't know what she yapping about. But if Kyoko thinks it's important, I better keep it in mind. But does that have something to do why her hero's name was said by Hifumi? I keep messing up Hifumi's name, bro, because I've been calling him GB. E-handbook has been added to the True Bullet section of your handbook. Straight like that? I mean, yeah, there's not much else for us to go.
Are you pumped? It's time for the class trial to begin!
We don't have much other places to take it.
Like the bright burst of fireworks, like the flash of a soul clashing with life and death.
What is he on?
And so, with no further ado, everyone please meet at the usual spot.
Let's do it.
Make your way to the red door on the first floor of the school.
Trial number 3, y'all.
See you soon.
We are making progress. They're gonna get rid of 3 people in total this chapter because you know the killer's gonna die, whoever it is.
It would seem...
It's unfortunate, but I suppose this is where our investigation comes to an end. You'll have to figure out the rest for yourself and come to the proper conclusion. Yeah, you're right.
Shall we go?
Well, we better get going. Okay. Like, I feel like this does clear Hiro and make Hifumi look hella crazy. But Celeste also does look crazy just from how weird she started acting all of a sudden. But I don't know if it's culprit crazy or Monokuma spy crazy. You know what I'm saying? I guess we'll find out in the trial. Like, it's literally the very next episode, but like just giving y'all my thoughts going into this. Hifumi looks insane. Like, he's not as innocent as we think. Hiro is actually being set up, and Celeste is a weirdo, bro. She's back in the Freak Nasty trio, and low-key, Toko and Kuya are making their way out of the Freak Nasty trio. Isn't that crazy? Kuya threw me the alley-oop of doom, and even though Toko's a split personality with a killer, she's not as like Freak Nasty intention-wise as Celeste is looking like, and Kuya is so far. So I don't know, boy. This game crazy. Everyone heard Monokuma's proclamation, and they were gathered by the red door. Look at how empty this room is now. And as soon as we were all there,
Monokuma appears!
he hit a shadow clone jutsu? Hello, hello, hello. He's multiplied?
Wrong.
Nope, not multiplication. It just looks that way because of an illusion. I'm moving so fast, it only looks like I multiplied. Can you guys tell which one is the real Monokuma? Can we just get on the elevator already, right? Like, what are you yapping about?
Boy,
You're not playing along.
We're not here to play with you.
Okay, fine.
Hey!
Then if everyone's here and ready to go, please board the pain train elevator. I'll see you guys down there. Now he got his own separate elevator.
Okay then, shall we?
Please!
Hold on, I'm not mentally prepared yet.
What the heck?
You'll never be mentally prepared. You can't run away anymore, Hiro. You're gonna pay for your sins. Hina hates this guy.
What the heck?
I told you already, I didn't do it. We're serious. That reminds me, did you ever find the other costume or the note? We found a similar one, Celeste, I'm just saying. Well, no, but how unfortunate. Then it would seem we have our culprit. I mean, I can't blame them. You do look crazy, but in my eyes, Hiro's low-key clear.
Hey,
Just from things I've seen. This isn't the place to talk about it. Save your accusations for when we get to the courtroom.
That's right.
She's right. Let's get down there first and the story can really begin.
Yeah, good idea. That's right. I have to do it. I can't let whoever killed Hifumi and Taka get away with it. For everyone who's still alive. And for the two that lost their lives. But I don't know if I'm feeling too bad for GB, bro. He might be, not as innocent as he looks. The one who killed Hifumi and Taka. The one who killed two of our friends. The killer is someone right here? Hey, Hiro, you got anything you want to say? It wasn't me. You gotta believe me. Anything you want to say, Genocide Jill?
Yes.
Come on, Big Mac, let's do it. I forgot she got her own little nickname for me. Anything you want to say, KK? The story begins when we get down there. Any words, Celeste? It would appear the culprit has been confirmed. This trial will be over in no time. Kuya, anything?
Were you listening? Wait till we get to the courtroom to begin your arguing.
Just getting a little temperature check. Hina, how you feeling?
Just the worst.
Let's hurry up and go, so we can make Hiro pay for his crimes. Sakura, any last words? I don't like Monokuma's carefree attitude. Ain't nothing to it but to do it, y'all. Let's get in there. I took one last deep breath and exhaled slowly. It's trial time, baby! I began to walk toward the elevator. Once everyone was aboard, sheesh! The doors closed on their own. It hit every time there's dialogue. And the steel box began to move. Who the heck did it, boy? The clunking of the elevator kept us company as we fell further and further down. There was no going back. Until we settled all this, we couldn't go anywhere. I'm not sure how long it was before the elevator finally came to a stop. The elevator doors slid open, opening up onto a cruel fate. Jeez! Now we all booed out in the courtroom? When I see all of you gathered together like this, I realize just how few of you there are left. Your school life is slowly reaching its climax! Right? We're after this, we're about to be in chapter 4. Is it dang and usually like 5 or 6 chapters?
Just the worst.
Only cause of you. Like, I don't remember. Was V3 5 or 6? I think it was. I want to say 6. Like I said, bro, it's been 2 years. I don't remember. Why? Why are you making us do such cruel things to each other?
What?
What? Do you really hate me so much? But I'm so cute.
Come on.
Stop goofing around and begin the trial, you bootleg Mickey Mouse.
Don't rush me. Of course I'm gonna start it. I would never be like, stay tuned for the action-packed class trial after this commercial break. Oh, I will though. You know we're not doing the trial today. I never hold on you like that. Okay, let's begin. Get to your assigned seats. And so, the curtain opened once again. A deadly judgment, a deadly deception, a deadly betrayal, a deadly riddle, a deadly defense, a deadly fate, a deadly class trial. All right, y'all. That's going to do it for today's episode of Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc, my brothers and sisters. Next episode, Chapter 3, Class Trial. And like I said, going into this, I am much less suspicious of Hiro and Kyoko. I am very suspicious of Hofumi just not being another victim in this case. But that's about it though. Because now what we really need to figure out is Hofumi's motive for being implicated in this more than we originally thought, and who was the one who killed Hofumi. Because he said with his own words, Yasuhiro. There's only one person here named that. So it's like, why would he use his dying breath to lie unless he didn't know better? But hey, y'all, that's gonna do it. All our questions will be answered in the next EP. I am loving this game. I am so glad I decided to play this before 2x2 came out. Because if they didn't release 2x2, we were gonna be done with Dangan. V3 was just gonna be it, But I'm glad I decided to play this since I forgot so much. Like I say, this feel like a brand new experience with how much I don't remember. It's been years, bro. Can you believe it's about to be 8 years since 2016 and 2018 and 2 months, bro? 10 years since 2016. That's insane. But hey, bro, that's gonna do it for today's episode of Danganronpa. If you guys enjoyed as much as I did, make sure you slap that like button and leave a comment so I know you've been feeling this series. You can't wait to see more. If you're new here, you haven't already, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Turn on that bell so you always know when I post a new vid. Because trust me, you're not going to miss a single one, my brothers and sisters. As you saw from today, Danganronpa is always a phenomenal time. Ghost of Yote the return has been pretty decent so far as well. I'm about to record this next episode right after I end this recording. So, if you enjoyed your time here today and just always want to be in the know when I post a new vids or go on live, the best way to be in the loop is by being subscribed and having that bell on. Speaking of being in the loop, if you want to be looped with most hated news, make sure you follow the socials that are displayed right here. They're also always in the description below for the rolling churches you want to follow me on, bruh. Another thing is like the description. If you ever wanted to know any other ways to support your boy besides just tuning into these videos and watching a couple ads here and there, there's a link to the Most Hated Mafia membership in the description of every single video. Shout out all the members. You know, you get some cool extra perks for showing the brothers some extra love, so I would greatly appreciate you checking that out if that catches your interest. Another thing is in the description. If you want to get tapped over the community on a deeper level, consider popping out to the Most Hated Mafia official Discord server. Shout out all the Discord homies. If you rockin' with us, we rockin' with you. It is simple as that. So consider popping out for the one time if Discord is your thing. Speaking of community, make sure you keep it on that community tab, cause I do try to keep you guys posted on there as well, bruh. As always, thank you guys so much for all the love and support on the channel as a whole. Couldn't ask for a greater community. And I'll see y'all in the next video, bro. I love you guys. I'll see y'all in the next one, bro. Clash trial time, and I can only imagine what is finna be revealed. But if there's one thing I know for sure, Hofumi, you may not be as innocent as I thought, brother.